Good morning, students. Welcome you all. In today's class, myself Mahima Laharia. Today's topic is our Mossberg spectroscopy. So, students, this is as a other spectroscopy, NMR, IR, UV spectroscopy. This spectroscopy uses the gamma radiations as a source. So, we need one source which will give us the gamma radiations, and so this spectroscopy is sometimes known as the gamma rays resonance spectroscopy. First, in this video, we will talk about the introduction, then Mossberg effect principle and the recoil energy. So just for which nuclei this spectroscopy is helpful, like our iron 57, nickel 61, zinc 67, our tin 117, iodine 127, xenon 131. So these are the most important nuclei which we are studying in the Mossberg spectroscopy. Generally, in all the spectroscopy, we talk about the energy level. So in this, the spectroscopy, the transitions are going to take place within the nuclear energy level. Means the atom in the one nuclear level can come from the higher nuclear level to the lower, or it can jump from the lower ground state to the higher excited state of the nucleus. And so we have to study the nuclear transitions here, and the sample is in the form of the solid here. Now let us see the details of our Mossberg effect. So just you can pen down these things. This effect, Mossberg effect, was discovered by the German scientist Rudolf Mossberg in 1958, and he was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1961. This spectroscopy is the study of the gamma ray absorption or emission spectra for the transition between the energy levels in the nuclei of atom. So we have to study about the nuclei, means the transition between the nuclear energy levels, and this have a wide application in the field of our solid state physics, metallurgy, chemistry, biochemistry. And just this spectroscopy gives us a lot of idea about the content, means which type of the isotopes are there. So it is helpful in the estimation of the iron or the tin content in the ores, alloys, and the waste from the industries. So this spectroscopy has a vast applications, and we can also study the crystal structures and our electron density as well. So this is a very important tool, like our NMR or the ESR. So in this spectroscopy, basically it is based upon the recoil free gamma ray resonance absorption phenomena. We will study this in detail. What is this recoil free gamma ray resonance absorption phenomena? And Mossberg spectroscopy is a complementary tool to NMR, ESR, and QR. Mainly it deals with the nuclear resonance absorption and the fluorescence. So it is also known as the nuclear gamma resonance spectroscopy. So this is the introduction of the Mossberg spectroscopy. Just now let us see what the phenomena takes place, what is the Mossberg effect, and all in the details. So as we talk about any radioactive element, the radioactive isotope disintegrate, and they have half-life. So here we are considering the decay of cobalt 57. We know the atomic number of cobalt is 27. The nucleus, it will get disintegrate to our iron 57, and here it will capture an electron, and it will give one iron 57. This is in the excited state. So what is the T half for this cobalt 57? Sorry, cobalt 57. The half-life is 270 days. So after 270 days, this will get disintegrate to the iron 57, which is in the excited state. This star tells us that this isotope is in the excited state, and how much energy it will generate, that is 136.4 kilo electron volts. Now what happens here, after the formation of this excited iron, means it is in the 57 atomic mass 57. As we know that the iron has two isotopes, that is it's 56 and 57, and this atomic number is 26. So this iron 57 is present only in the 2%, and this iron 56 is present in the 98% in the nature. So this is the isotopic form of the iron. So what happens when this excited iron is there, it is as we study in all the spectroscopy, if anything is in the excited state, it will not remain for the much time. So directly it will give some transitions, means it will come back to the ground state. So this will emit one gamma radiation, and this gamma radiations are having the energies, that is a 14.4 electron volt. So this iron 57 in the excited state immediately comes to the ground state, and when it comes to the ground state, if suppose this is high energy radiation, if it is coming to the ground state, another iron nucleus is present, means of the same type, means this is iron, so here also this is our ground state. Here also if the second iron nucleus is present, this will absorb the radiation and it will again jump to the excited state of the iron. This is the phenomena which is our Mossberg effect. First, what happens? This cobalt 57 is a source for the iron 57, means this gives us the iron 57. We have to start from here, iron 57, because this iron 57 is in the excited state. It will give the transition for the gamma radiation, means it will give us the gamma radiation. So if gamma radiations, as these are very high energy radiations, they are absorbed by the second iron nucleus. After the absorption, it will jump to the excited state. So this is the phenomena here taking place. So this iron 57 which was in the ground state, it will jump back to the excited state. So as the excited nuclei immediately come to the ground state, excited nuclei means iron 57 star, it will come to the ground state and emit the gamma radiation, and this emission of the gamma radiation and its reabsorption by the nuclei, emission and its reabsorption by this nuclei is termed as the Mossberg effect. Here also we can understand. So if suppose, here we can say that this is the source. So this our excited state of the iron is emitting the gamma radiation, and if this is the excited state, it is absorbed by the another nuclei which is in the ground state. So what happens here? After the absorption, it will go back to the excited state. So this phenomena is going in the known as our Mossberg effect. So it's not that much simple here, as it is shown it is easily absorbed. So what happens here? So this, in the simple 1 mark, you can write as excited nuclei immediately comes to the ground state and it emits the gamma radiation, emission of the gamma radiation, and its reabsorption by the nuclei is known as the Mossberg effect. But we have to see the detail also. So this nuclear resonance absorption is in the principle to occur. That is, when the gamma ray are emitted, they should be reabsorbed by the another nucleus of the same kind. Here we are saying na it should be absorbed. But what happens here? It is not like that. It's not possible. So there is no absorption takes place. So what is the reason why this absorption is not taking place? Because as we know that the gamma radiations are very, very high energy. So recoil phenomena takes, there are two phenomena will take place. First is the recoiling and then second is the isomeric shift. So because of the recoiling phenomena, the absorption of the gamma radiation is not possible. So now let us understand what is this recoiling phenomena. So just here, first I will explain what is the recoiling. So to understand this phenomena of the recoiling, we have to consider a gun. As we know that when a gun fires, we have to, when we are putting the finger here, so what happens? It kicks back, means when the bullets comes out, means the action takes place, its reaction will also takes place. So just as you talk about when the action is taking place in the forward direction, the reverse reaction will take place in the backward direction. So as we have studied about the third law of the Newton, that is action and reactions are equal and opposite in direction. So what happens here? As this bullet will come out with the force, so the momentum of this bullet, if suppose it is M1V1, this nuclei, means this our excited state nuclei which has emitted the gamma radiation of high energy, it has to balance its momentum. So again it will come back, and this dragging back of this nuclei is known as our recoiling. And so to balance this momentum here in the our gun, what we are saying, it has to balance the momentum. So the momentum for this forward direction or this action will be equals for the backward force also, means the recoiling kick. When this gun is kicking back, then what happens here? The momentum will be the same. Okay, so here what we can say that M1V1 is equals to M2V2. Similarly, in the case of nucleus also, when the high energy gamma radiations are emitted, at the same time that much energy is also lost, but that energy loss will be in the opposite direction. Means if the gamma radiations are going like this, the energy loss by the nucleus will be in the backward direction. So this energy loss is only known as our recoiling. Means how much energy of gamma radiations are emitted, that much energy loss will be done by the nucleus. Means जो हमारा nucleus है, it will have some energy loss. Why this? Because our moment, this is according to the law of conservation of the momentum. Means the momentum of this radiation, if it is m1 m2, then the energy loss can be understood by the momentum of m2 v2. Means both the sides, the momentum, to counterbalance this effect, the nucleus will have the energy loss, and this energy loss is only known as the gamma ray recoiling phenomena. So just we can say that the amount of the momentum which takes the bullet forward will be the equals to the amount of the momentum which kicks gun back. So the same phenomena is applicable here. Means because of this only source of the gamma radiation, iron 57 in the excited state, it's 26 atomic number. So when these gamma radiations are evolved, and if suppose this is another iron nucleus in the ground state, it should absorb this gamma radiation, but why they are unable to absorb? Because of the recoiling. Means this gamma radiations are of high energy, तो जितना gamma radiations high energy का release हो रहा है, means how much high energy gamma radiations are being emitted, that much energy loss is felt by this nucleus. That much energy loss was felt by this nucleus, but in the opposite direction. Means when the gamma radiations are emitting in the forward direction, same amount of the energy loss is felt by the iron nucleus, and this is known as the recoiling of the nuclei. So I hope this recoiling concept is clear to you, and if this recoiling is avoided in any manner, means what the Mossberg is trying to do, they are trying to make it recoil less phenomena. Means this recoiling means if suppose the gamma radiations are emitting, but if there is no energy loss to the nuclei, then the resonance phenomena can take place. Why? Because only this much, as we know now, what if the electromagnetic radiation are interacting with the matter, then only if the no interaction is possible of this gamma radiation with this iron 57 in the ground state, so how we will have the spectra? Means when there is no absorption of the radiation, we cannot get the spectra. So to avoid this recoiling phenomena, we are the Mossberg tried to apply many experiments. So now let us see the detail of it.